Okay, let's actually do this. Let's see if this works. I don't know if this is going to work. First time I've ever tried to do this, guys. So, bear with me. Okay, I have the microphone muted on the webcam. Yeah, I'm doing this with my webcam. So, okay. I hope this works. You guys are not going to see my face. This is just my table. Okay. Anyways. So, alright, we're going to do something completely... Oh, I was going to start out by saying, and now for something completely different. A man with 2 noses. He's not here yet. A man with 3 buttocks. Oh, okay, that's Monty Python thing. Anyway, okay, let's go ahead and start the stream. Alright, hey guys, my name is Shadow, and welcome to live stream number 113, where we're doing something completely different. We're not playing a video game today. This is for 2 reasons, actually. Number 1, I couldn't think of a video game to play. I was scrolling through my Steam library. I'm going, what to play today? I don't know. I have no idea what we're going to play, you know, and I didn't want to buy a new thing yet because I don't get paid until Friday. And I mean, like, I'm not broke, but, you know, I don't know. I didn't want to buy a thing, and nothing looked interesting. And then I was like, well, I'm always talking about 40K stuff, and I just happened to be building a new thing of Deathwing Knights. So why not try and make this happen? And like all night at work, I was trying to figure out how to, you know, do this whole setup and stuff. And the microphone, which you guys can't see, but the microphone's real easy to move around. It's on like a floor boom stand and stuff, so I can just put it wherever I want. It's got like a 20-foot cable. You know, it goes wherever I want. But the actual video that you're seeing right now, that is the harder part to do. I have a DSLR camera. It's in the game room, which is that way. It's the room behind this one. And I might have to pop in there to grab like a box of parts at some point, but I don't know. So, anyways, what I figured out is I have this little tiny, again, you guys can't see it because the camera's on it, but I have this little tiny, like camera tripod thing. I mean, it's bigger than this, obviously. It's probably so big, right? So I've put my Logitech C920 webcam on that, and it's just kind of standing on the desk. And so hopefully this is not a terrible camera angle, because I don't really have a better one and stuff like that. Loot, what's up, man? He said, wow, you are hairy. Laugh out loud, so am I. Okay, I mean, what, you want me to shave my arms? That would be weird. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so I'm like gorilla, like, yeah. Anyways, I don't know. So this is the setup I have. Well, not that I have, but I mean, this is the setup that I came up with in 5 minutes, basically. Because I was really strongly considering not doing a stream today, because I just couldn't figure out what to do, and I was just like, should I just go to bed? I'm tired, but I'm probably gonna do this anyways. And so, yeah, I don't know. I rigged this up, and we'll see how it works. I'm gonna build some Deathwing. So this is what we're doing. Oh, Loot says, laugh out loud, almost speechless. Really? Is it that bad? Okay, I don't know. I mean, it's not like we're looking at the rest of my body. We're really just seeing my hands. But, okay. So this is what I'm working on today. We're building some Deathwing Knights for my Dark Angels army. I already have 5. And they're all painted and stuff, so I'm building some new ones, and I'm doing kind of a different than standard thing, right? So let's see, one of these sprues, let's see, we have more sprues over here, right? Okay, so the standard Deathwing Knight heads are on one of these. Right, okay. So these in the corner here, let's see if the camera will actually focus on this. Okay, these 4 heads right here, these are the standard Deathwing Knight heads, which you guys can't really see that well. Maybe that's a little bit better. Okay, those are the standard Deathwing Knight heads. I've already used all 4 of those. So I mean, not these specific ones, but I've already used these on my first 5 Deathwing Knights, right? So what I'm doing is I just built some aggressors, and I used their helmet heads, so I had some unhelmeted aggressor heads. Let's see. Can we focus on this camera, please? Okay. And so basically, I'm just taking the unhelmeted aggressor heads and I'm putting them on the Deathwing Knight bodies, and I think it looks really cool, actually. I think it looks really cool. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not good at painting skin, but we're not painting in this stream, so you don't have to worry about that. Loot said... oh, he said, no, I meant you. Oh. Okay, cool. He says, don't worry, man, I have the same ape problem. Yeah. Oh, Glenn, what's up, man? Yeah, oh, and bonus, now you guys can see all my ridiculous hand gestures when I'm, like, talking and gesticulating and things. So, yeah. Oh, I said gesticulating. I never say that. Oh. But yeah, I've said that. Okay, so basically, what we're going to do for the next hour is just build some more Deathwing Knights, and then I've already cut out a couple more heads and stuff that we're going to use, but I might have to go into the other room and get my bits box, and I think I have some more aggressor heads in there. Let's see. You know what? Hang on. I have some tweezers right here. Let's see. Okay. So this is probably the next head that we're going to use. I don't know if you guys can see this. I don't know if the camera is going to want to focus on this. But yeah, this will be Deathwing Knight head number 2. And then, let's see, I think I have one more not helmeted head here, which I think is the same one that's on the first guy. Oh, yeah, it's very similar, except it doesn't have, like, you know, the augmetic eye. He just has, like, both regular eyes. That's very dark. Sorry about that. Yeah, light is not good right up close to the camera here, so sorry. Yeah, but anyways, okay, so these are 3 not helmeted aggressor heads, and then I've just cut out a helmeted aggressor head. I don't think I'm gonna put this on a Deathwing Knight body. I think I'm gonna go get 2 more aggressor not helmeted heads from my parts box, maybe. Or what we could do is we could just, let's see, we could just use some of the, can we get these on the camera, maybe? I don't know. We could just use some of the normal Terminator heads or something like that. That would also be acceptable. I mean, they'd still have the Deathwing Knight bodies and stuff. But yeah, we're just gonna build some Deathwing Knights. So, I've already got a pair of legs cut out here. Let's see. So, a pair of Terminator legs. So I was going to use these on the first one, but what I did was I dropped those right into my chair. Okay. So what I did was I used the Deathwing Knight Master body, which is like the Sergeant, basically, but for Knights he's called the Master. So I've used that body, and apparently that body only goes with this specific set of legs. So I had to cut out this set of legs, and so I already had these legs cut out. So we'll just use these legs for the next guy that we're going to build. And what I'm doing is I've already got 5 Deathwing Knights, so like a Master and 4 Knights. And then this is going to be 5 additional Knights for that same unit, because you can have a unit of 10 Deathwing Knights. And these guys are awesome. These are like the best close combat troops like in the game. Like, I don't know if you guys know anything about Warhammer 40k, but I will just tell you a little bit. Like, these right here are almost as good as a Thunderhammer. These maces, this is called the Mace of Absolution. So it's ×2 strength, -2 AP, and I think it's just straight 3 damage. I don't think it's D3, I think it's 3 damage. I'd have to look, but I'm pretty sure it's just 3 damage. So the only difference between that and a Thunderhammer is the Thunderhammer's -3 AP, which is better, but if you take a Thunderhammer, it's -1 to hit with the Thunderhammer. These maces have no such, you know, what's the word I'm looking for here? No such drawback, basically. So it's just, you know, the Terminators hit on 3s, so, you know, no -1 to that, so it's pretty awesome. So I'm definitely making 5 more, because then that is, you know, 9 guys out of that squad who each get 2 attacks, who are then hitting on 3s with strength 8. Bam. Okay. Loot says ×2 strength, but it's plastic. Well, yeah, but I mean in the game, that's like a stat line, right? Glenn said, I'm pretty foreign to 40k. My experience with it is with other YouTubers. Oh, well, that's okay. I mean, we're just building stuff today. I'm basically just talking about the guys that we're going to build. Like, it's not like we're going to play a game of it right now. So, I mean, you don't have to know anything. Although, during the course of building stuff today, I'll probably talk about it more. And if you have, like, questions about it, you know, like, I'll just answer them and stuff like that. But, I mean, we're not, like, playing a game of 40K today. We're just building 40K guys. Glenn said arts and crafts. Yeah, basically, yeah, arts and crafts that result in awesome things like this. And then we're going to paint them and stuff. Yeah. Well, I mean, I want to paint things on the stream, but here's my problem with painting things on the stream. And I think I can actually show you guys this on the camera. Let's see. I've got a whole bunch of night accessories attached to this thing. Hang on. Okay, here's the problem with painting things. Can this come into view of the camera? This is my big magnifying glass. Whoa, big magnifying. This is attached to my desk, just like by kind of an articulated arm. This also has a light on it, so I just have this like up above the mat right now and stuff. But I always use this to paint. And I have to hold stuff like right here to paint, and so that makes it very difficult, because if I don't use this, I can't see what I'm doing. Like, so that makes it very difficult to like paint things on a camera, right? So I would love to do that kind of thing, but I don't know. Poor vision, I guess, is a detriment in this case. I have like all these Imperial Knight accessories, like. I magnetize all my Imperial Knight stuff, and then what I do is I just like magnet them onto, you know, like the, you guys can't see that. I just like magnet them onto things like this. Okay, that's kind of a weak magnet, but, you know, I just magnet them onto this stuff, and then, you know, this one's like hanging from the, or it was until I took it off, and now it's being shitty and it won't go back on. I'm just going to put it over here. Whatever. Anyways, so, yeah, that's the problem I'm having with figuring out a painting setup. But since we're not painting today, I figured we could just do some of this stuff. And if you guys were wondering why there are a bunch of upside down paintbrushes over here, it's because like when you wash out your brushes, or when I wash out my brushes, you know, you swizzle them around in the paint water and stuff, and then I got some brush cleaner right here, and you know, I usually have a paper towel right here. And then, you know, dry them off, but there's still like water and stuff that'll get up in the ferrule. So like normally, like, yeah, I have this little Stormtrooper cup over here, and then I put my brushes in there, and you normally put them upright like this. But since they're still wet, all that water and like paint and stuff like runs down into the ferrule, and that's not good, because if you get that shit in there, then like your bristles will start splaying out and stuff. So what I do is I just put the little, you know, plastic dealie on the end, and then I just set them upside down against the Stormtrooper over here. So, I don't know. Nobody asked that question, but, you know, I figured somebody was probably wondering that. So I'll just explain. Anyways, okay, on to actually building things, now that I've been talking for 20 minutes. Yay. Okay. 15? I think the intro song was 5 minutes, so I've probably been just talking about stuff for 15 minutes. Right. So, we're actually going to build things. Okay. So normally what I do is I'll cut out all of the parts for all of the stuff that I'm going to build, you know, with my clippers here, and then I'll take my X-Acto knife and I'll just trim the little nubby bits off and stuff, and, you know, smooth them out and everything. But I'm going to do it a little differently on the live stream. I'm going to cut out all the parts for one guy, and then we're going to use the plastic glue, and we're going to assemble that one guy. And then we're going to do that again. And because I think that'll be a little bit more conducive to live streaming, basically. You know, because like if I cut out all of the parts, that'll probably take 45 minutes. So we're just going to cut out all the parts for one guy, put the guy together, repeat. But that's not normally what I do. I'm just saying. Okay, so we've already got legs. We need a torso. Right, so we have several choices for torsos. We're going to end up using all of them. Now on this sprue, there is one torso that already has a head in it. We're not going to be using that one. So what I have over here are sprues for Deathwing Knights that I didn't use from other kits. Let's see. Well, some of them are one. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So I have some more I have some more torso bits over here. So we're not going to be using that one that already has the head in it. Because I want to use, you know, the new and interesting heads. I don't want to have, like, repeat heads in my squad, basically. You know, repeat bodies are fine, but, you know, we'll just pose them differently and we'll put different heads on them. Okay. Loot says, it's always fun watching someone doing her hobby. You should do this more. Yeah, I definitely want to do this more. That's what I'm saying. I need to figure out a way where I can, like, paint doing this. Because, like, mostly I paint at this desk. Like, I mean, I build stuff too, but, like, painting occupies vastly more time than assembly does. So, I'm just going to cut out a random one of these, and I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing. This is a weird camera angle to, like, try and do this at. Usually I hold this closer to my face too. So what I'm doing, let's see. Okay, here's the part coming out. I missed a snippy bit. Hang on. Oh, and I'm not on camera. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. First time trying to do this on camera. Neat. Okay. So, all right, here is the little front bit that we're going to use. So this is like a little, it's got a little tabard in here. Hey, Sirius Scepter, what's up, man? Awesome. Okay. So we got the little tabard, and then this is like the front of the Terminator armor and stuff like that. So yeah, okay. So we're going to cut out all the parts, we're going to clean up all the parts, and then we're going to put the guy together, because cleanup is important too. So if you don't clean it up, it looks like shit when you paint it. So yeah, anyway, and it's hard to assemble, because sometimes those little, let's see, I don't know if you guys can see, but like once you cut these out, I bumped the camera. Oh. Okay, see right there on the shoulder, there's a little nubby bit where we just cut that out. So we got to go in and clean up all the things like that. Because otherwise, when we go to put the arm on, it will not stick on there, you know, flush. It'll probably stick on, but it won't be flush and it'll look like crap and stuff. And there are more of those too, so we just got to clean up all the things like that. Now the legs, these legs I already cleaned up because I thought I was going to use them on the previous guy. Turned out, no, not using them on that guy. So, all right. So that's the front of the torso. Now we need a back of the torso part. So that's going to be one of these little things here. These are all the same. So we basically just cut out any random one. Like so. They are attached in 3 places. It's really hard to do this on the camera in a way that you guys can see it, basically. So what I'm doing is I'm just putting my cutters like flush with the part, and then I'm just popping it. No, I'm chopping the little gate part off, right? And then so yeah, I don't know if you can see, but it leaves that same kind of little nubby raised bit there. So that's the thing we got to trim off. So on the upside, the Terminators are not a very complicated kit. They have very few pieces that actually go into them. So let's see, what else does he need? He needs some arms, he needs some weapons, he needs a shield, he needs some shoulder bits, and we've already got heads cut out. All right, so here are some more Maces of Absolution right here. So we're going to go ahead and cut one of those out. So right here we're cutting off at the wrist, and we're cutting off at the base. I'm totally not doing that on the camera. At the base of the thing, and then there are 2 gates just on the little spiky bit on the top of the mace here, so I'll try and just not cut into the mace. So okay, there we've got a nice mace. There we go. So now he needs an arm to hold that with. Not all of the arms are the same, so we have some elbow parts that are bent more than, or arm parts where the elbow is bent more than others. So since this guy had one of the more open elbow parts, we're gonna just do, you know, a little change up, and we'll cut out one of the more bent ones. It's almost a 90-degree angle for this, not quite, but yeah. So we'll go ahead and use that one, and then that hand will attach to that, and then the other arm is going to be holding a shield. And let's see, this sprue in my lap is just a shield for the master, which is a different shield actually. That's actually, I already have one cut out. It's this shield right here. It's a very cool looking shield. Let's see, it's got this cool, you know, little Dark Angels guy on it. Let's see if you guys can see that. But when you put it on, like you can see he's like holding it at this weird angle. So he's like, you know, holding it out, and he's kind of, you know, in that like come at me bro pose, you know. So probably we're not going to use that shield with this guy. I was hoping I had another sprue of unused shields, but I don't think that I do. So we're probably going to have to use that shield on one of these guys. But let's see. Oh, it looks like I've got 2 more of those. Ooh, how did I end up with 2 more of those? No, that's not all the same thing, is it? No, no, no. Okay. No, okay, we've got different shields. Okay. We've got plenty of shields. All right, we're going to use this shield right here, which, let's see if we can get that to focus a little bit. All right, we're going to use the shield with all these little purity seals and the guy, like, leaning on the... Nope, come on, focus. It's not going to focus, is it? Nope. Okay, sorry. Not going to focus on that one. There's nothing I can do. The webcam does not have manual controls. So, anyway, also not doing this on the camera. Wow, okay, this is my first time trying to, like, live stream the hobby building thing, so bear with me. I'm gonna make mistakes. It's gonna be interesting. Okay, here we go. Shield cut out. Okay, so let's see if we can actually sit. Can I just do this and then we can? No, let's see, because I want to hold it by the arm so you guys can see the actual shield, because it's pretty cool. Or maybe I can hold it like this and then do this. Kind of. That's blocking all the light though. Well, you can kind of see it. Yeah. So it looks kind of like an angel, and then it's got all the little purity seals at the bottom. So that's pretty cool. That's basically the Dark Angels, you know, like logo. Logo is not the right word, but it's their like symbol type thing. So okay, so we've got legs, torso parts, arm, other arm, weapons. So now we need the shoulder parts. So okay, we can basically use whatever shoulder parts we want. I think we're going to use some of these ones for his left shoulder. Again, you guys can't probably see those, but I'm going to cut out this one right here. God damn it. I keep holding this like close to my face, and that is nowhere near the camera. Okay. So I'm going to cut out this one right here, and then I'll show you guys the cool little like Dark Angels thing on that. If I can get it close enough to the camera where it will focus. No? Yeah, okay, there a little bit. Alright, so his left shoulder is going to look like that. And then for the right shoulder, we just want like the normal Crux Terminatus thing. Let's see, that is this right here. That's the little skull thing there on the shoulder. So we're just going to use one of those. Yeah, that's going to be cool. Alright, so we're going to cut out one of those. Okay. Like so. And there we go. And that is actually all of the parts for this Terminator. Now there are 3 more Terminators that we're going to have to cut out parts for and then assemble. But, you know, we're just going to do them, like I said, we're just going to do them one at a time. And then I already have some heads cut out over here that I showed you guys at the beginning of the stream, so I'm just going to pick a random one. I guess this one, whatever. So this is the one that does not have the augmetic... Oh shit, I just dropped that on the floor. Oh, losing parts live on the stream. Okay, hang on. Okay, I do not have like real shaggy carpet, but it also might have landed in my chair. Let's see. No, it didn't. Crap. Well, we might use a different head, and I'll look for that later. I don't know. Sometimes it helps if I get out the flashlight and then shine that on the floor. Damn it. Well, I was going to use that head. I've probably got another one, but I'd have to go into the other room to get it. Let's see. Okay, it's not readily apparent where that has flown off to. Let me just make sure it didn't like go in my pocket or something. Let's see. Nope, not in my pocket. And oh wait, it is in the chair. I found it. Aha. Yeah. Oh, okay. Awesome. Alright. I totally found it. It went right in the little like crease in the, you know, like where the bottom of the chair connects to the back of the chair. It went right in there. Wow, that was fun. Okay. Neat. Okay. And that is a thing that happens with small parts. Loot says, I wonder if there is coffee in the Darth Vader cup. There is not. That is actually my paint water cup. Let me see. Can I show you guys my paint water? Ooh, it's all disgusting and paint water looking. Ugh. Yeah. No, that's my paint water cup. So. It is actually a coffee cup though. I didn't realize this when I was buying this cup, but like it has this button right here, and you can put batteries in the bottom of the cup, and it will like stir your coffee for you. So that was probably not the greatest choice of paint water cup, but I just liked it because it had a Darth Vader thing on it. So, Loot said, "Oh, ew, never mind." Yeah, no, that is my paint water cup. Okay, let me back that off a little bit so you guys can actually see the mat. All right, so now that we have all the parts cut out, the legs are already cleaned up. So now I need to reposition my microphone so that I can actually talk into it. Right, and then we're gonna just take our X-Acto knife and move this, and we're gonna take our X-Acto knife and we're gonna start just cleaning up these parts. So what I do is I just take the blade and I just kind of cut that part off flush with the rest of that piece of plastic, and then you know what? I didn't think of this. You guys are probably going to hear me like blowing the plastic off of the blade a lot. That might be annoying. I'll try not to do that a lot. But then what I do is I just take the blade and I'll just like scrape over this part a little bit, just like this. And then what that does is it kind of just removes any unevenness from that little nub and stuff. And so that whole thing now is nice and flush. Like there's still a little mark there, but that whole piece of plastic feels very smooth right now. And as long as it feels smooth, when you go to paint it, that little mark will disappear. So yeah, that's just what I do. So then we got like one on the bottom right here, and we just do the same thing. Wow, this thing is really not focusing in the way that I thought it would. I'm sorry if this is a little hard to see. I might be able to raise the camera up a little bit more, actually. Let's see. I have this down kind of low. I thought that would help, but maybe a higher perspective would help. Let's see. Hope you guys don't get, like, seasick from me doing this. Let's see. Okay, let's try this. Okay, raise the camera up a little bit. There. Maybe something like that. Okay. You guys let me know if that's any better. Okay, so yeah, we just have this one more little thing to trim off right here, so like that, and then we just come back in and just clean that up a little bit just with the edge of the knife, and there, and then I just kind of blow the little bits of plastic off of the knife, and then yeah, then that's all smooth, and that piece is done. That piece is ready to, you know, be assembled. And then we just do that with all of the pieces that we just cut out. So we just go around and we find all of those little bits like that, and we just come and do this, clean them up like this, yeah, there we go, and then we make them all smooth. Now sometimes what'll happen is you won't be in real good, well, I won't be in real good control of the knife, and I'll come in and I'll try to clean up one of those things and I'll like make it gouge into the plastic and stuff. That sucks. So I just kind of ignore it when I do that. Or, you know, sometimes I'll be like trimming off a little nubby thing like this, and I'll come back and I'll do some cleanup, and I'll realize, oh, I've actually warped that piece of plastic, and now there's a little indent in it or something like that. So yeah, but I mean, I think, in my opinion, maybe it's different for other people, in my opinion, it's better to have a little smooth indent in your piece of plastic than just have a shitty nubby bit sticking out and, you know, making your model look horrible and stuff. So I just go around and I do this, like, you know, as carefully as I can and stuff. And yeah, sometimes you get like these little things that just like stick up in here, but yeah, mostly we can trim all that stuff off just with the knife. And sometimes you'll get a little, you know, thing that stays there kind of like that, but usually when you start painting this, you won't see that. As long as it feels smooth, that'll disappear once this is painted. So you might see that, Or when we start putting this together and we get glue on it, like sometimes like you'll get a little too much glue in a place or something, or you know, just some weird thing with the glue will happen. As long as you don't get like a fingerprint in the glue or something like that, that will also go away once you start painting it. Like if you're using the plastic glue, especially, what I've noticed with the plastic glue is if you get this, like if you get a little too much plastic glue on an area and it runs into like a little area where there's some detail, like maybe like in between, like this probably isn't gonna happen, but maybe in between these like mouth like tube thingies right here that you guys can't see because this isn't in focus. But what'll happen with this glue is some of it will evaporate, and the bit of it that does not evaporate, it just kind of like smooths and levels itself out. So, well, yes, it will clog up a bit of the detail on stuff like that. It doesn't actually interfere with the model too much if you just get it in a weird place where you didn't mean to. And once you start painting it, you can't see the glue anymore. So, and that, you know, if you're using super glue or something, which don't build plastic models with super glue, but you know, if you're using super glue, or I need to do that on the camera. If you're building with super glue, or if you're using super glue for some reason, you know, like that will not level itself out like that because of how quickly it dries. But what you can do is you can take a toothpick. I think in like the UK or Europe or something, these are called cocktail sticks, from what I understand. But in the US, they're called toothpicks. You can take a toothpick and just try to, you know, scoop up some of that super glue before it dries, or spread it out or something like that. So I always keep some toothpicks over here and stuff. And if you only want to get a little bit of super glue on something, it's good to not apply the super glue directly to the model. It's good to just put the super glue on the end of a toothpick and then use that to apply it. Because I like to use this Loctite gel super glue. Wow, this stuff is amazeballs. It will never come off. Wow. I've also got like some brush-on super glue. Not as good. I mean, it's good for like precise application and stuff, but it's not as strong. It's really weak, actually. If you want to glue something together and never have it come apart ever again in the history of time, use this. This is also super glue, but goddamn, is it some strong super glue. Wow. I've also got like some resin epoxy stuff. It's called Z-epoxy, and that is a 2-part epoxy stuff that like you mix it together and stuff. That stuff is okay, but it's a hassle to use. And so usually when I'm building something that's either not plastic, or if you've painted on the plastic, then you don't want to use the plastic glue if you've got paint on your plastic, because it won't make a good connection. Because what the plastic glue actually does is melt the two pieces of plastic you're gluing together. So yeah, but if you apply that to a painted piece of plastic, well then it can't do that. So yeah. So in that case, you want to use super glue. So if you're building something in sub-assemblies, like I just did with some Imperial Knight stuff, then to put those sub-assemblies together once they're painted, you then want to use something like super glue, or the stuff I just said, the Z-epoxy stuff, or some other kind of, you know, resin epoxy stuff if you never, ever, 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 ever want it to come apart ever again, or stuff like that. I think I'm totally doing this off camera. I'll try to get it more on the camera. Loot says, so don't use it as a lipstick then. Got it. Well, I mean, if you put the plastic glue on your lips, it would probably taste like nail polish remover or something. So I believe what it is this has like an acetone component, because like I said, it just melts the plastic together. So if you put two pieces of plastic together with this, you now have one piece of plastic, right? I'm putting that in the wrong place. But yeah, if you put this on your lips, you might never be able to open your mouth again, short of having surgery. So yeah, probably don't do that. Yeah, that's the moral of the story, I think. Yeah. Yeah, good call. Okay, let's see. I think that was the piece I just cleaned up, the little arm piece right there. Okay. So, yeah, this is, we're moving through the, wow, let me talk correctly. We're moving through this pretty quickly. So we got the shield part here we got to clean up a little bit. So we got a little shoulder bit here. Now this shoulder bit right here, we're not going to be able to see this part because this is going to be covered up by the shoulder pad. But it's important to clean this up anyways because that shoulder pad is going to rest on top of it. And we want that shoulder pad to rest flush with, you know, the shoulder. And we want it to look nice and everything. So we're going to do that cleanup, which, you know, I've already done it. But yeah, and then we have a couple of little nubby bits just down here on the bottom of the shield right here. So we're going to try and clean those up just like that. And we want to do a little bit of that. Okay, and we did not end up deforming that shield too badly. Okay. Oh, and there's one just on the top right here. There's a little nub right there. Even being pretty out of focus, I think you guys can actually still see that little nub there. Sorry if most of this is out of focus. Yeah. Well, I think you guys can see the table and what's on it, but... and get to listen to all the blowing off of the plastic stuff. But, yeah, I mean, I think the camera's mostly focusing on this area. So, but if I try to, like, hold everything back here, then my hands end up being in the way of the camera. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I would like, ideally, to use my good camera. My, I think it's the, what is it, the Nikon something, like D3032 or 3400 or something. I'd like to just use that camera, but it's big and there wouldn't be anywhere to put it as far as I know. And you have to manual focus that camera. Otherwise, the lens motor just makes this horrible buzzing noise if you try to autofocus it and stuff. So, yeah, okay. So there's one shoulder pad cleaned up. So we just have just the other shoulder pad here to clean up. And then we can assemble this guy. Yeah. Although I think we might have to cut the little like guide thing off of the neck. That's like there's this cool little little peg, right? There's this little peg on the, god damn it, this is not gonna focus, is it? It's kind of out of focus. Okay, let's see. Can I just put it in my hand and then we'll focus on that? What if we do that? Ah, yeah, okay, so there's this cool little peg right on the bottom of this guy's head, and on the last one I had to cut this off, so we'll probably have to cut this off to put this head in the Terminator body. So yeah, okay. But otherwise, the shoulder is the last part we need to clean up for this. Loot says, pro tip, when showing something up close, hold it against your hand, especially with smaller parts. That's what I'm trying to do, yeah. Like, that's what I see people doing, you know, in other videos that I watch and stuff, so that is what I'm trying to do. It's hard to do that when I'm holding things in both hands, though. Skeleton60, what's up? Welcome to the stream. He says, hello. Hello to you, sir. How are you doing today? Yeah, cool. Okay, so that's all the parts for that. But I am just going to go ahead and cut this little peg off real quick. So we're just going to take the clippers and we're going to snip that off at the base of the neck there. So just boom, like that. And then we'll just clean up the little, you know, gouge that's left in this part. So yeah, we'll just go like this. We'll clean that up a bit. And once that's done, just scrape that off a little there. And there we go. All right. There are all the parts for one more Deathwing night. Yeah, cool. Spear Shaker, what's up? Welcome to the stream. He says, hello, can you please read this? My Dixie wrecked. Right. Okay, that was hilarious. Okay. Glenn says, just get a third hand to help with the autofocus. Problem solved. Haha, yes. Why didn't I think of that? Ah. Okay, so now we're going to need our plastic glue. And then, yeah, okay. Right, okay. There is such a thing as like a timeout button and the ban thing. So in the future, I will not read your comments, you know, until I've, well, out loud until I've read them to myself. So, anyway, let me see. And that was for Spear Shaker. Skeleton60 says, well, I've been trying to watch you for a while, but I either have class or I'm being asked to mod for one of the 2 streams. Oh, cool. Well, I'm glad you actually caught a live stream. So, yeah, I appreciate that. Cool. I'm glad you could make it. Okay, that's fine. Loot says, that Citadel Clipper is a actual Warhammer 40k Clipper? Dedication, man. Well, it's not, I mean, it's not specifically for Warhammer, but I mean, it is from, you know, Games Workshop and stuff. I actually got this one. I used to have like a one that was from Gundam Planet, which is pretty decent, but I actually got this one because it's really big and it just fits my hand like perfectly, and also the cutting part is very big, and it's just flat on this side, whereas, well, I mean, most flush cutters are. I mean, that's why they're called flush cutters, but I don't know, I find that you can just get in, you know, like right up against the part, clip a thing off, and it just works nicely. I don't know, it's great. They're a little more expensive than other, you know, like side cutter things, but they're really good. So it's not necessarily that I'm like that dedicated to it. It's just that I like these because I have like big hands and these are pretty big clippers. So yeah, they're just ideal for me. Okay, so these 2 parts are gonna go like this. So we're gonna take our plastic glue, and I love that it has this little metal thing in here, so you can just take the plastic glue and you can just apply it all around, all around in here. Like, oh, you guys can't actually see what I'm doing, can you? Okay, so we're gonna put some plastic. God damn, sorry, I'm trying to hold this in such a way that you can see what I'm doing. Not really happening, is it? Okay, we're gonna apply glue here and then on the inside of this part. Wow, anywhere I try to hold this, I'm just right in the way of the camera. I don't know how people do this, like do this normally. It's weird. Okay, so anyways, we have glue applied to that. Now, if we've gotten any on our fingers, what we do is wipe them on our pants before touching the parts, because, like I was saying, you can pretty much clean up any glue mistake that you've made, or it won't be that bad unless you get a big glue fingerprint in something, and then you have to like wait for that to dry and sand it. That's the only way to get rid of that. But yeah, anyways, okay, there we go. So that is now glued together, so now we'll just set that over here a little bit. Okay. What do you guys say? Okay, Spear Shaker said, sorry, couldn't help it. Dude, Bart would do prank calls. Okay, Glenn said, best skit was when last name Jass, first name Hugh was a person in the bar. Oh, in The Simpsons? Ha, Hugh Jass. Yeah. Okay. All right. Spear Shaker says, yeah, corny but effective in making myself laugh. The latest miniatures look amazing. Yeah, I suppose. Let's see. I've probably got a lot of them. Let's see. All right, so this has had a moment to dry now. So now what we're gonna do is make sure these legs actually fit in here. So they should just kind of pop in here and stuff. And yes, they totally do. They definitely fit in there. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna just kind of put some glue in this recess right here. Oh, I'm just holding that right in front of the camera. If I were left-handed, this would be way easier to do this on camera. In fact, can I do this with my left hand? I'm not sure. Let's see. I'm not left-handed, so this is gonna be weird. Okay. We're gonna just kind of fill this, not fill it, but we're gonna put a bunch of glue in this little recessed area right here. And then we're just gonna pop these legs in there, like so. Oh, these are not quite the correct legs to go with this, are they? But I think they work. I think that'll be fine. Okay, as long as it's not like prying the torso off or anything. It seems like it's okay. Oh, it is a little bit, actually. Shit. Okay. Well, Maybe we're going to need different legs for this. I should probably use the instructions when building things. Okay, yeah, I think we need different legs. Damn, I thought you could use any legs with anything. Oh, well. Well, they are kind of sticking in there. Okay, and it's not super prying this apart. But I am squeezing out a bunch of plastic, and that's not going to look good. Oh, shit. Okay. Fucking models up. Live on camera. Woot. All right. Not that you guys can probably see that because it's a little out of focus, but okay. So, I think that'll work. I think, yeah, okay. No, there's not too much of a gap in there. There's not too much of a gap. I think that looks okay. There's a little tiny, tiny, tiny gap. But we won't be able to see that too much once the right arm is attached. So I'm just going to leave it. I think it'll be fine. And then on this side... Oh, shit. Totally dropped it. Okay. No, it's fine. Okay, nothing happened. All right. So on this side, looks like this. Looks fine. So yeah, he's kind of turning to the side there. So we'll try and get him in like a nice action pose or something like that. Okay. So we'll just let that dry for a second. All right, we'll set that over there. Okay. What do you guys say? Oh, Spear Shaker says, doesn't sound like he's a fan of the new design. Seems like the put a lot more motion in the figures. No, I have a lot of Primaris stuff. In fact, so this... right now we're building Deathwing Knights, and so those are obviously for Dark Angels, if you're... Oh, and I've totally knocked the camera over. Nice. That's kind of a flimsy tripod. Sorry about that. Right, so... The majority of my Dark Angels army is actually Primaris stuff. Like, all of my troops are Intercessors. I have the Repulsor tank. I've got the, oh my gosh, what is this stuff called? The Repulsor tank, the Redemptor Dreadnought. I've got a lot of Hellblasters. I've actually just built 3 more Aggressors, and I'm in the process of painting them for a total of 6 Aggressors, because I already have 3 done. I've got, I bought the Dark Imperium box set when that first came out, so I've also got a bunch of Death Guard. I've got a whole Death Guard army, in fact. So yeah, no, I do like the new models. The new models are good. Yeah, okay, so that worked out. Yeah, this will be fine. Okay, so I think we'll put the head in next, and I'm probably going to do this with the tweezers. So I've got some big flat tweezers here, so I'm going to put the head in these tweezers, and before I put any glue in here, I'm just going to make sure this will go in here in a way that I like. Okay, so we can, yeah, okay, we can kind of put it, that's at a weird angle, but once there's glue in there, we can get it more down, I think. Something like that. Yeah, okay. I mean, so these are, I mean, actually, you're talking about new models. These are Primaris heads. These are from the Aggressor kit. So, yeah. The Aggressors I just built are all wearing helmets, so I didn't use their not helmet heads, so I'm putting the not helmet Aggressor heads on my Deathwing Knights. So, yeah. Because the Deathwing Knights that I've already built just have the normal Deathwing Knight heads. So, oh, you guys can't see what I'm doing. Fuck. Okay, so I'm putting some glue just in the base of the thing right here, of this little hollow receptacle here, and now I'm gonna take my tweezers. I'm gonna grab this dude's head, and I'm gonna put this head right in here, and I'm gonna try and make it so he's kind of looking off to the left a little bit, depending on how far I can actually get that in there, and like how goofy, you know, it'll look and stuff. Probably something. I think that's actually pretty good. Let's see. Okay, can we do that? Yeah. Yeah, there we go. That looks not bad, I think. What do you guys think? Yeah, okay, and then we'll try and give him like a more action-oriented pose with the mace and the shield and stuff. We'll see what happens. Now, positioning the shield, there's not too much I can do other than like setting the rotation of the shoulder, because that arm is all one piece. But the mace is actually, like, that hand and the mace are a separate piece from the arm. So we'll see if we can get him in like a swinging the mace kind of pose or something like that. So we'll go ahead and try and attach the mace first. Let's see. Wow, it's almost 10 o'clock already. We might go over a little bit of the time here. Let's see. So, okay, here are these parts. So the hand attaches to the mace kind of like this. So if we wanted to be swinging, we should rotate the hand kind of outward like this. Yeah. But Spear Shaker, if you're saying if you think I don't like the new models because they're like mono pose, and I'm trying to do like different kind of poses on my Deathwing Knights here, incorrect. I love the Primaris models. They're so cool. They are so cool, and they're not so mono pose. They're a little bit mono pose, but I mean you can kind of do different poses with them. Like you can, I mean, but most of it is like orienting their heads in different ways. So, yeah, I mean, they are monopose with a limited amount of you know, posability in the head range and stuff. Now, a lot of them have like the little peg that I just cut off of this head, where you can only put it in like one way or something like that. But you know, a lot of them don't. A lot of them don't. Okay, so we're gonna try and put this arm kind of up like, I'm totally gluing the wrong part there, aren't I? Yeah. Okay, we're gonna try and put this arm kind of up like this. Now another good thing about this plastic glue is that it doesn't set instantly. It gets tacky pretty quickly, so it like your part will stay on there a little bit, but I can totally slide this around for a while. If I don't like this position, I have several minutes in which to change the orientation of that part. So I'm gonna put a little more glue. I'm sorry my hand keeps blocking this and you guys can't see what I'm doing. I'm right-handed. I'll try putting the camera on the other side next time. Okay, so I've put just a little dot of glue on his wrist spot there, and now I'm going to try and attach this mace in such a way that it looks like he's swinging it. Okay, maybe something. Oh, that looks terrible, actually. That's not a realistic pose at all. Okay. So that's a good thing about this glue, is that I can totally just go like this and reorient that a little bit before it dries. Okay, so maybe that's kind of a shit pose. I don't like that at all. So now what I can do is try and like rotate this arm down some, or maybe up maybe up a little more. I might have to reapply that glue actually. Oh, here we go. Here we go. That's it. That's it right there. That's it right there. Okay. Overhead with the mace. Yes, that's the one. Okay, I've got a little bit of glue like on his metal like shoulder thing there, but I'll live with it. Okay, so here's the pose so far. Boom. Yeah, okay. I like this. Hopefully we're not going to notice that glue in the shoulder, like in the, or not on the shoulder, in the armpit, I guess, in that metal armpit area too much. I hope we're not going to notice that, really. You know, like when I'm painting it and stuff. I'm probably not going to paint that metal. I'll probably do like a quicker paint job on this and just leave all the, you know, like the back of the knees and stuff. I'll probably just leave those the same like bone white color as the rest of this and stuff. But yeah, okay, overhead swinging mace pose, and then we can kind of just dry fit the shield before we put the rest of this together. Or the rest of it, I mean, before we glue it on. And then I think maybe he'll, let's see. Now the first guy is holding the shield in a downward pose, more like this. So I don't know if I want to do the same thing, and does it make sense for him to be doing that? But also, like raising a shield over your head, stupid idea. Now you can't see. So I don't know. Let's see. Maybe a little straight out kind of deal like this. There's only so many possible poses that we can put this in. So you never want to have a guy like raising a shield above his eye line, because having been a competitive sword fighter myself, you never want to do this. Now you can't see what's coming at you. So we want to glue this shield like right about here. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. So we're going to put a little glue on this shoulder joint right here. Okay, maybe this is a better way to hold this. We're going to put a little glue here. Okay. And then we're going to try and stick this just in that pose. Okay, so get it. We'll start off holding the shield down a little bit, and then we'll rotate it up a little bit so that we can be sure that the glue is covering the entire area. Right. So just like that there. And then you can see that he can actually still see over the top of that shield. So that's pretty cool. All right, I'm totally digging that. So now all we got to do is put his shoulder pads on and then glue him to the base. Yeah, awesome. What I used to do when I was assembling my guys was I would try and build them all in sub-assemblies and stuff, and then I wouldn't put them on the base, like, immediately, and I'd try to, you know, paint them in different ways, like not being on the base. But, you know, now I'm just like, oh, put them all together, you know, glue them to the base, because, like, I would end up painting a lot of stuff that you couldn't actually see when the model was assembled, and I realized that's basically just wasting time, because you're never going to see that stuff, and, like, neither is anyone else. So, okay, let's glue the left shoulder on for, or the right shoulder, yeah, this one. Let's see, I guess I said that backwards earlier. The crux terminatus goes on the left shoulder, so we're just going to kind of hold this in front of the camera, and then we're just going to kind of cover that shoulder in glue, because it shouldn't squish out of there too much, and then we're going to put the crux terminatus right on there. There's that. Okay. And we just leave that there. Okay. And then we do the same thing for his right shoulder. So I'll try and hold it like this so you can see what I'm doing. And that didn't really help. I'm still blocking the camera. Okay. Blocking the camera the whole time. Nice. Yeah. Okay. Okay, here we go. And I'm totally blocking the whole thing with my big ape hands. All right. So there we go. We got that whole guy assembled. Loot says, psst, bring object in center. Autofocus reacts better to that. You're not wrong. It's just like a matter of where to actually put the camera. So there isn't actually a lot of room on this desk for, like, position. So I have, like, paint all over my desk. I mean, like, bottles of paint all over my desk and stuff. And yeah. So okay, let me see if I can just move the camera into a better sort of place here. Okay. Oh, it's 10:03. Okay, I don't know. How's this? Maybe that's a little better. I don't know. Is this better? Maybe this is better. I don't know. Okay, so then we'll just we've got to put him on the base. So we put the plastic glue all over the bottoms of his feet. Now in this case, I don't really care if the glue, like, squishes out from the sides, because we're gonna, you know, put, like, basing material over that and stuff. So we just, like, kind of plop him. God damn it! We just plop him down in the center of the base, like so, and that's really dark. I'm sorry you guys can't see that, but yeah, there you go. Okay, and there we go. That is another Terminator complete. So that's 2. All right. Got a little fuzzy thing on the back there. Okay. So there we go. That is 1 complete Deathwing night. Well, 2, but I mean 1 that we've completed on the stream. Okay, hang on. Here we go. Okay. So he looks like this. And then his shield. Okay, his shield's pretty cool. And it's totally not blocking his face. He can totally see over it. Yeah, we got kind of an action-oriented pose going on there, I think. Yeah. And then his cool shoulder pads and stuff. Yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, neat. I would really like to be able to live stream, like, painting these guys and stuff, so I got to figure out a way that I can, like, put the camera on the desk but also be able to use the magnifying glass. Because if I can't use the magnifying glass, I cannot see what I'm doing. So, come on, camera. Come on, camera. Focus. Oh, well, it's not going to focus. Sorry. But yeah, there. Okay. That is guy number 2. Should we go a little bit longer? I think we'll go a little bit longer, because I'm going to keep doing this anyways after the stream ends. So, yeah. Okay. So, then we'll put the cap back on our glue. And we will cut out parts for another guy, and we will assemble another guy. And every Deathwing Terminator every Deathwing Terminator kit you buy comes with one of these. This is a Watcher in the Dark. And every Deathwing Terminator or Deathwing Night Squad can have one of these. Now, in the game, like, mechanically what he does is if somebody tries to use a psychic power on this Terminator squad, you can roll a d6, and on a 3-up, that psychic power doesn't work, but this guy, like, poofs out of existence, basically. So very cool. I already have one of these guys painted up, and I can't imagine I would ever need more than one of these in a game. So I don't know if I'm going to necessarily paint this specific guy, but yeah, I don't know. I cut him out and I put him on the little base. So there he is. Anyways, okay, let's do another one. Okay, so we need some legs. So we'll just cut out a set of legs. There are only 5 sets of legs here, so we'll cut out some more legs. How can I do this so that you guys can see? I don't know. Okay, let's try this. Can you guys see that? I don't know. This is the dilemma, isn't it? Doing it in a way that I can see what I'm doing and that you guys can also see what I'm doing. Yeah, doesn't work that well, does it? Okay, so here are some Terminator legs. Okay. All right. So we'll have to clean those up this time. Okay, anything else on this sprue that we need? I'm not sure. I think, yeah, we're going to need this shield. So we'll use just this shield that's right here that you guys probably can't see me cutting out. I feel like this whole stream is just me apologizing for you guys not being able to see things. Okay. Anyway, so there's that, and then we need some more torso bits. So I think we'll go ahead and use this one right here with the little like swoopy wing on it. That's pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and clip that out. And again, I'm just doing this like just flush with the parts. Now, if any of you guys build Gunpla, and I know some of you guys do, then if you're cutting out parts for a Gundam or something, you do not want to cut the part out like flush with the Gundam. But that's for a different reason. That's because you usually don't paint like Gundam kits and stuff. But it's so like you'll see that mark more, and it'll like leave a deeper impression in your plastic. But with the Warhammer kits, doesn't make any difference. Like, you're gonna paint it, so you won't see that. Okay. So there's the front of the torso. Now we need a back of the torso part. And that's this sprue right here. Okay. So again, these are all the same, so we'll just cut out whichever one we want. And stuff. So there we go. And okay, back of the torso part. There we go. And then I don't think that all of the maces are the same, but I think the only difference between them is like the angle. Well, actually, okay, here's a difference that I'm seeing. This one right here, the hand is totally gripping farther up on the handle. And then I think that the rest of the difference is the angle at which like the wrist will attach to the rest of the arm. So yeah, but really it doesn't matter which one we use. I'll just cut out this one, so it's fine. I'm trying not to break that. Okay, so that's a terrible angle to watch, like cutting things off a sprue. Okay, Loot says, last time I built something like this, it was a plane, was in 1752. Wow, I'm getting old. Really? Did they have model kits in 1752? I mean, this wasn't even like a country at that time. It was just like kind of a colonial thing. Huh. Let's see. Oh, I guess you're not from the US though, but I don't know. Let's see. I mean, actually, come to think of it, I don't think like Germany was even a country in 1752, was it? I don't think Germany was a country until the 19th century, if I'm not mistaken. But then again, I'm not German, so I don't know. You can totally correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like Germany was like a collection of like baronies or something up until the 1800s. Oh, Loot's Dutch. I'm sorry. I thought you said you were German. I'm sorry. I'm probably thinking about Fox, because I know he's German. So my bad. I did not mean to, like impose a nationality on you. I don't know why I just set this over here. I totally still need it. Dutch though. Okay, yeah, I don't know anything about Holland, so other than you can go to Amsterdam and smoke weed apparently, if that's a thing. But I mean, it's being legalized in the US slowly, so I mean, well, not in the whole US, but just in like certain states and stuff. So you probably don't have to do that as much anymore. Loot. Wait, what? Loot says, please never ever call me Dutch again, or I will go to Florida and become a Florida man on you. German, I mean. Oh, oh. I was like, what? You just said you were Dutch, and then I said Dutch, and you were like, don't call me Dutch. Like, wow. Okay, yeah, don't call you German. Okay. Do Dutch people like not like German people? Is that a thing? I don't know anything about, like, you know, your national rivalries or anything. So if that's a thing, I have no idea. Anyway, let's see. Okay, do I need anything else from this? Yeah, okay, we need a shoulder from this spruce, so we'll go ahead and cut out this one here. Okay. This one, yep, got that. There's a shoulder. Okay, we got legs, torso, arm, weapon. We need the crux terminatus shoulder. Let's see, is that this? Yep, that's this sprue here. And then I've already got another head cut out. Okay. It says German G's level up. Oh, Loot says it's a war thing. Oh, like, you mean like this is like a World War II holdover or something like that? Okay, again, I'm not like a World War II buff or anything like that. I know like Germany invaded like Poland and France and stuff like that. So are you saying like the Nazis invaded like oh, now that I've said Nazis, I'm gonna get demonetized. Are you saying they invaded Holland and stuff? Is that what's going on? Like, huh. Okay, so there is that shoulder. And let's see, we'll totally use just this last non-helmeted aggressor head that we've got right here. And I'll just go ahead and cut off the little peg now. So there we go. Poof. Popped off onto the desk. Okay. It's a war thing, and Loot says, "Yup, World War II indeed." Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I'm not gonna. I can't say anything about that. I mean, it's not like, you know, it's not like they invaded America or anything, so I can't be as upset about that. I mean, what I'm trying to say is I can't fault you for that, I guess is what I mean. Okay, so anyways, so now it is cleanup time for these parts. Yeah, so I apologize. I mean, I just thought at some point you said you were German, so that's my bad for thinking that. I was obviously thinking of someone else. My apologies. You are obviously Dutch. So yeah, whatever I'm sorry is in Dutch. I have no idea. I don't know like any Dutch words or phrases or anything. But I'm always like open to like learn languages and things. So yeah. Yeah. Anyway, back to hobbying. So yeah, we're just gonna like do the same basic things. Go around and like clean up all the little shitty parts that are, you know, on the cool parts, and then all our parts will be cool. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. So let's see. Loot says, oh, wow. Okay, I have no idea how to pronounce that. I'm going to get this completely wrong. Let's try it. Ich verentschuldig me. That's I'm sorry, laugh out loud. Wow. Okay. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Damn. I know your alphabet is not the same as the German alphabet either, because you have like that O with the little bar through it, and I don't know how to pronounce that. So, yeah, I'm so sorry that I'm sorry that I said I'm sorry incorrectly. Yeah. Like, I don't expect you to do this, but like if you could like spell that out phonetically in English, that would be helpful. Yeah, I don't expect you to do that at all, but you know, like my keyboard is literally on the other side of the room from me right now. Otherwise, I'd probably Google that and have Google tell me how to pronounce that or something. Yeah. Let me see. Loot says, wow, Ick was 10 out of 10. Me is more like ma. And the second word, you failed. I already knew I failed. I was not kidding myself that I was ever going to pronounce that properly. Yeah. So I'm sorry, but yeah. I mean, I tried. I actually tried, but I don't know your alphabet is the problem, and so yeah, like I don't know the Dutch alphabet, and I don't know like the Dutch diphthongs. Before people get offended, a diphthong is like a vowel sound composed of 2 or more vowels. But yeah, I don't know your alphabet. I don't know your diphthongs. I don't know your anything. I don't know how like your normal consonants and letters and stuff are pronounced. So yeah, there was no way I was getting that right. So yeah. Now if it were German, I don't actually know German. I know like a few words in German, but like I could not speak German to a German person. But like I'm familiar with the German alphabet. So like if you put a German word in front of me, I could sound it out or something like that. Maybe. But Dutch, not familiar with it at all. So yeah. And obviously it's completely different. Yeah. Fun. Fun language times. I like languages though. Languages are fun. I took like 2 or 3 years of French in high school, and that was very fun. I like that a lot. What? Oh, okay. Loot has put the alphabet in the chat. He says, you know, the same. Yeah, okay, I understand that it involves the same letters. However, you say them differently. Like, they have different sounds in Dutch than in English, right? Like, you know, it's not A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, right? It's whatever that is in Dutch, and then those like Dutch sounds that are associated with those letters. I really got to do this on the camera, Jesus Christ. So yeah, Loot said that's true. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I realized that the actual shapes that you make on the paper to convey the thing that you mean is the same as the thing that we use. But it doesn't mean the same thing, and is not pronounced the same way, obviously, as we've just established. So yeah, that's fun. Anyway. Yeah, okay. Okay, cleaning up the part. I've almost got this cleaned up, and we're almost ready to start assembling. Let's see. Alright, there's that. Just these 2 shoulders. And then we can assemble the 3rd guy. Yeah. Woo. Not the Third Reich. Ha ha ha. Well, that was a terrible joke, wasn't it? Well, sorry. That was in poor taste. I only realized that was probably not a great joke after I said it. Okay. Anyway. I mean, sometimes you go for it, and it's hilarious, and then sometimes you just fail. That's probably a fail. So, anyway, that was not a good, like, Nazi joke. My legs were made in Japan, and now I have manganese. Right, okay. Ah, I'm totally not doing this on camera, am I? Okay, hang on. Here we go. Being on camera. Woot! Yeah. There we go. Alright. Ah, I totally gouged the shit out of that. Look at that. There's probably a huge divot right in that. Can we see that on camera? How bad is it? Is it... Yeah, it looks kind of flat rather than rounded there. There's a little mark, but we're not going to see that mark once this is painted. But it's probably going to have, you know, like a flat spot in that rounded edge. So, yeah. Anyways, okay. So, we are ready to assemble dude number 3. Deathwing Knight number 3. So, we're going to start out by applying glue to, like... Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to apply glue to this part right here, and then to the inside of this part. But I think my hand is going to be in the way, like, when we're actually doing this, because I got to hold this kind of upside down. Yeah, so let's see if I can do it from back here. Now, I don't think there's any angle from which I can hold this that I won't be obstructing the camera. So, sorry. Okay, so we've got the outside of that. And then we go around this hole inside of this thing here. And then the inside of this part. And you guys didn't see any of that. Awesome. Just like the same one. Loot says, be right back. Need some fluids. Yeah, totally. Okay. Alright, and then we put these two parts together like so. Hey, Trevor, what's up, man? Yeah, Trevor made it. He says, freaking nerds, man. Are we talking about, like, me or people in the chat, or are you talking about something that's happened in your personal life? Yeah, I would accept that I'm a nerd. I'm not arguing that. I'm definitely a nerd. I mean, I'm assembling Warhammer 40K miniatures on a live stream on the internet. I'm a nerd. I think that qualifies. So, but I mean, if you're referring to someone else, let's hear the story. But you're probably not. So yeah, okay. So these legs look like they're going to work out for this torso. So okay, let's go ahead and apply some glue into the cool little recessed thing right here, which you guys are probably not going to be able to see me do. I cannot hold this left-handed and do this properly, so that's, yeah. Next time, I will try and set the camera up on the opposite side of the desk. But yeah, anyways, we'll just deal with it for now because this is almost the end of the stream. So okay, stick the legs in there. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. That's a good fit. Cool. All right. So again, we've got like a little turning to the side action there. That's pretty cool. All right, yeah, okay. So we'll just set this down and let that dry for a moment. So I don't want that to wobble around too much when I pick it up. Okay, so we'll set that over there. Okay. So we'll just let that dry real quick. We've got our big flat tweezers here, which have shit all over them. Oh wow, I've got glue all over the ends of these tweezers. Anyway, not that it matters. All right, so this is the helmetless aggressor head that we're going to be kit bashing onto this Deathwing Knight. So it looks, okay, come on, focus. Focus. Can we focus? I think I showed you guys this already. But yeah, this is the one. This is like the bald one out of the three. Not Baldwin, but bald one. Haha. Anyway, so it looks like this. Oh, man, I can't hold this in the right way. Yeah, okay. Anyways, all right. So let's just kind of grip it from the top here, and we'll just kind of dry fit it into the torso and see if we can, you know, see what kind of manipulation we can do with this. So these aggressor heads are much larger than the normal heads that go in here, so I don't think we're going to have a lot of choice for how it sits in here, but I think that looks alright. Yeah, I think that looks good. Something like that. Maybe if we can get it down a little bit more but not drooping to the side. Maybe something like that. That's kind of far away. I know you guys can't see that. Alright, we'll go ahead and put glue in there, and then we'll adjust it as needed. Okay, so I'm just going to apply glue just to the bottom of this part right here, and then the head is basically just going to sit in that and just going to, you know, dry in there. Okay, so cool. Okay, we've got our glue in there. We'll just grab the head by the head, basically, like we just had it. Come on. Okay. Come on. On the upside, this glue takes a moment to dry fully, so we have a minute to do this. Okay, so we kind of get it in there like that, and I would like if he were looking more to this way. There we go. That's almost perfect. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Okay. Can you guys see this? This is what he's going to look like here. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah. Looks like we're focusing on that pretty decently. Pretty decent focus. Okay, let me hold him more up. No, I'm tilting him backwards now. Come on. Okay. Oh, there, center of the camera. Yes. Okay, I was holding it off to the side. Sorry. All right, and then turn kind of this way. Wow, it's really hard to figure out like what angle I'm holding him at in front of the camera because the camera's at a weird angle. Okay, so he's gonna look like that. Yeah, pretty awesome. Okay. So I think we want the mace to be in kind of a down position. Maybe similar to this guy, but maybe even a little bit more down, like he's just kind of carrying it, you know? Like not necessarily getting ready to swing it, but he's just like, you know, bringing it along with him to a battle kind of pose. I think if we can do that. I might have cut out the wrong arm for this. This is kind of it's more than 45 degrees but less than 90. Maybe it's like a 60-degree angle or something like that on the elbow. So I don't know. We'll put it on there and see what happens. So all right. We'll apply some glue just to the little shoulder joint here. Oh, there's a lot of glue. Wow, just kind of bubble out of it. Okay. All right, we'll apply some glue. And then we'll kind of start out by putting this in a downward position. Oh, we're also going to be limited in the range of poses that we can get by this little swooshy wing bit here. So, yeah, maybe more down is going to be more better in this case. Yeah. Okay, yeah, all right. That looks... Oh, shit, I'm bending his legs. That's not completely dry yet. The waist is not dry. Ah. Okay, we're going to have to let that sit for a while. But, okay. So we got the arm in kind of a down position, right? Okay. And then... Yeah, that looks good from the back. All right. So we'll get a little dab of glue right in the wrist place right there. And we'll try not to knock his torso off. And then, let's see. Okay. And then, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this. This is very delicate. Sorry, I know you guys can't see what I'm doing right now. Sorry. Oh, shit, I've ripped his shoulder off. Ah, that didn't work. That did not work. I did that badly. Okay, hang on. Oh, wow. He's completely coming apart. No, disaster has struck. Loot says, alright, serious questions. You are burned out with Elite Dangerous, right? Is this bad or more like, nah, next week I'll play with it? No, I mean, I will play it again. I'm not completely done with the game forever. It's not that. But it's also not going to be next week. It's probably going to be like maybe a month or two before I play Elite Dangerous again. But, you know, it's not like I hate the game now or something like that. I'm not saying that. That's not what's going on. It's just you know, I've been streaming it like, you know, just continuously for like weeks and weeks and months and stuff, and like, man, I just want to do something else. Like, you know? Like, it's fine. It's still a fun game, but I just need to take a break from it, you know? Cuz like if I burn out on something and then I just try to keep doing it, then I will end up hating it. I'll be like, "Oh, I fucking hate this. I don't want to do it anymore," you know? I'll get to that stage. So I'm trying to avoid that by just taking a break from it now. Okay. Come up with this sort of pose here. Loot says, not even in the beta? I don't know. I haven't decided about that yet. Maybe. Maybe we'll do the beta. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. It depends on, you know, what it's gonna be like, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna set him down for a minute and just kind of let his legs dry, because I keep moving them around and I think I've even moved his head a little bit. Yeah, he just needs to dry there for a second. Oh, he's totally falling over. I haven't got this on here enough, do I? That way. Maybe I don't have enough glue up in there. You know what? Okay. Here we go. We're gonna rip his legs off and put more glue in there. That's not holding properly. Yep. Okay. All right. We're just gonna do this one more time. Put a little bit more glue in here. Okay. Now, if this doesn't work, I'll just put super glue in there, and then that'll definitely work. Okay. I don't want to have to do that though, but I will if I have to. Basically. I don't want to, but I will if I have to. Alright, so we're just going to set him down for a second, and he can just chill. I think I've knocked his head out of the pose that I wanted it to be in. But I can't tell. Okay. Alright, that's fine. We'll just set him like that. Alright. Now don't lean back over. Okay. All right. Trevor says, wait till after the Q4 update gets the bugs fixed. X4 drops the same day, though, so I'll likely be playing X4. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. November 30th is when X4 comes out. I will definitely be playing X4 at that time also. Yeah. So, I am totally riding. I'm in like first class on the X4 hype train right now. I mean, you probably may have noticed since we played X Rebirth yesterday. So I'm I'm not sure when the beta for Elite Dangerous starts, but you know, if that happens, or if the actual, you know, Chapter 4 update comes out on this at the same time as X4 comes out, I'm definitely going to be doing X4 rather than Elite Dangerous. But oh, there's a little nub that I missed on the shield that I didn't clean this off. So yeah, that's how that's going to go. But no, I mean, I'm not done with Elite Dangerous forever. I'm just taking a break from it. It's, you know, like, there are only so many, like, I can only fly around in circles and shoot the same kind of dudes, like, so many times before I go, okay, I got to do something else, you know? Like, it's not a bad game. It's really not. It's a very good game. It's got a lot of something. It's got a lot of something. It's got a lot of likability. It's got a lot of personality, but it does not have a lot of stuff to do. Like, you can go shoot stuff, or you can go honk your discovery scanner, or you can go drive your SRV around, and those are your choices. There is not a story. There's not like a campaign you can play through. Oh man, okay, I want to glue this other arm on, and I want to try and like not mess up this pose while doing so. But it's just like, if there were a campaign to Elite Dangerous or something like that, that would be different. Oh wow, I got exactly the pose I wanted, like right off. Nice. Actually, I'm gonna raise that up a little bit so it's not touching this foot. But yeah, okay, there we go. Wow, look at that. Okay. Oh, you guys can't look at that. You're not seeing it. Yeah, check that out. Okay. That's a pretty good pose. All right, let's set him down, and we'll just. Oh man, I'm totally moving his waist around every time I pick him up. Damn. Okay. Loot says, I understand, but have you ever been to Colonia, Sagittarius A, or Beagle Point? No, and I will probably never go to any of those places ever either. So, yeah. Man, exploration just isn't my thing. Like, okay, here's the thing, man. If you've done that, that's awesome. I have nothing but respect for people who have done that. That's really cool. You have a level of dedication to Elite Dangerous that I could never hope to achieve. I like the game a lot, but man, wow. Okay, this is my problem with doing that, right? I do not want to play a video game where I have to put on Netflix to be entertained, right? That's not fun for me. Like, why don't I just watch Netflix at that point? Like, why don't I go play a different game that's more immersive, where I don't have to watch Netflix to enjoy playing that game? If you're gonna jump out to Colonia or something, like, what do? You're just like lining up your ship and you're hitting the jump button. Line up your ship, hit the jump button. Line up your ship, hit the jump button. Okay, I mean, I understand that's like realistic, like that's what you'd be doing in a real life, you know, space, like hyperspace jump situation or whatever, but this is a video game and I don't want to play that way, you know, and I don't have to, so yeah, that's not happening for me. So yeah, I mean, and I don't mean to offend anyone who does exploration in Elite Dangerous, because like I just said, if you do that kind of stuff in Elite Dangerous, fucking props to you. Holy shit, you're the man. So yeah, I'm not trash talking exploration, or I'm trying not to. Anyways, I'm just saying it's not for me, you know? Okay, Loot says, I hate exploring, so I did that trip in 2 weeks, real time, not playtime. He says, well, I found a ringed Earth-like. Oh, that's pretty cool, man. See, again, if that's what you're into, Awesome. Fucking, yeah. Okay, here we go. The thumb up, other thumb up. Awesome for you. I have mad respect for you. You know, that you do that. That's cool. You know, but it's not for me. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Cause yeah, like you just said, 2 weeks of real time, not playtime. So yeah, I mean, how much of that time was just like jump into a system, jump into another system, jump into another system, jump into another system, honk your discovery scanner in there, you know, stuff like that. And, you know, maybe if there's something interesting, you go do a detailed surface scan or something. But then that's, yeah, I don't know. Like how fun is that? Like I'll just go play a fun game in that case, you know. Yeah, Loot says 99%. Laugh out loud. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's not fun for me. That's like I could play any other repetitive game and do that, you know. I could play any MMO and just like grind and actually like level up and stuff, but like what are you doing in Elite Dangerous when you do I mean, I guess you're technically earning money sort of because exploration data when you do that, but I mean, it's just not for me. It's not for me. Okay, so we're gonna put this guy's shoulder pads on, and then we're gonna glue him to the base, and then that's it. That's all we're doing on the stream because it's like what 10:30 or something. Am I knocking his legs off still? That's still not solid. Jesus. Ah. Wait, you know what? Maybe I should glue him to the base first, and then put his shoulders on, and then maybe we won't be doing it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. All right. All right. Let's put some glue on his feet. I think, oh, yeah, okay, there we go. Glue on the feet. And then we'll just pick whichever random base, and we'll stick him to it. Okay. All right. Glue on the base. Glue to the base. There we go. Now we still got to put his shoulder pads on. I just didn't want to have to like pick him up like by his torso or legs or whatever, so. Yeah, because every time I touch that, it wobbles around a little bit, and that makes the glue take a little bit longer to set. So, yeah, let's just try to not touch that as much as possible. Okay, so on the upside, the shield is still in the proper position, and oh, I think the mace might have like fallen down a little bit, but that might be actually, yeah, it's too late to move the mace, so, okay. No, okay, the shield's still where I put it. The mace definitely fell down a little bit, but it's too late to move it back, so I'll just live with it. But, yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and put his shoulders on. All right. Loot says about 500 million, yeah. Oh, well, see, that's not bad. Okay. That's a decent amount of money. But, I mean, let's see, which shoulder is that? Is that the... Okay, that's the Deathwing shoulder pad. Hopefully I've left enough room to get that on. Right there. And I have. Okay, good. Barely. Ooh. I barely got that on just behind the little swoopy wing bit there on the tabard. Wow. I did not even think about that when I was putting his arm on. Damn. Oh, is that not solid yet? Oh, it is. Okay. Yeah, we're good. Okay. I'm still moving his torso around. I gotta just stop doing that. Okay. Alright, one more shoulder to go, and then we'll just set this guy on the back of the mat and just let him dry and stuff. Yeah, neat. Okay, here we go. Last bit. The Crux Terminatus shoulder pad. Boom. Right there. I think that's, yeah, that's good. That's all the way on. That's it. This guy is assembled. Alright, let's have a close-up look at him. Here we go. Oh, how badass does he look? How badass does this guy look? Wow. I like him a lot. Yeah. Okay, let's see from the back. Wow, we really can't see like the back of him at all, can we? That's what the back of a Terminator looks like. And then from this side, there we go. Oh, so cool. Wow, these aggressor heads really make a lot of difference in like the overall like just imposing presence of these models and stuff. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. Let's see. I'm gonna set him over there. Loot says 8 out of 10 needs paint. Oh, do you guys want to see what these are gonna look like when they're painted? I have some painted ones not too far away. Let me see. I have my big Citadel Crusade case right here. Let me show you one of my painted Deathwing Knights. Hang on. Now I haven't done their bases yet, but let's see. Which one is this? I'm also not good at painting skin, so just excuse the skin color. But let's see. And also, I painted these a while ago. It's probably some of the first models I painted for my Dark Angels. Okay, here we go. Here's a painted one. So minus the hooded heads, this is basically what they're going to look like once they're painted up. I might do a little bit more detail on them than this. I'm not sure, but yeah. Oh yeah, we totally used this shield on one of the ones that we just put together. So yeah. So there will be repeat shields, but I didn't want any like repeat heads. So yeah. Loot says, oh wow, 11 out of 10. Wow, thank you, man. I tend to think my paint jobs are not that great, but yeah, thank you. Like I have to do all the Dark Angels bases at some point. So as you notice, there's nothing on their bases, but I've just been experimenting with like like some basing materials, and I think I'm gonna go with this stuff right here. Let's see if you can see that up close. This stuff is called Vallejo Dark Earth, and it's just basically a paste that you take out of a pot and then it dries, and you know, and it makes dirt and stuff. And I've put some, let's see, I've put some Agrax Earthshade wash in that, which is basically a brown wash. So what that does is it just makes all the little, you know, details stand out. And so with dirt, that makes all the little, you know, just dirt stand out more and stuff. And then this thing, this thing right here, this little grass tuft is just a little grass tuft from Army Painter. You basically just take it off a piece of wax paper, and they're supposed to be like self-adhesive, but I like to put a little dab of super glue on the bottom and then just put that on there. I didn't do this because this is just like a test base. Nothing is actually going to go on this. I was just seeing how this stuff looks. But yeah, and then I'm going to put like some little rocks all around this and stuff. I got like these little Army Painter like cork rocks that go on here. I'll probably paint them gray so they look like rocks. And then that will be what the bases for my, like all of my Dark Angels and stuff. That will be what their bases look like. Let's see. So yeah, you guys can see this guy. These were some earlier models that I painted, so I don't know if you guys can like see his head necessarily, but like the skin on this guy is really a weird color. It's kind of a dark tan yellowish color. And I mean, the color is called Cadian Flesh Tone, which is why I went with that, but I don't think it looks human necessarily. So I've got a better idea for painting the skin on the new ones. I'm gonna go with the color called Rakarth Flesh. Oh no, it's called Rakarth Flesh is what it's called, and it's basically a pale off-white sort of color. And then what you do is you take some, let's see, do I have it over here? Oh, well, you take Reikland Flesh Shade. This is Reikland Flesh Shade Gloss, but I'm not going to use Gloss. I'm going to use regular Reikland Flesh Shade. I just didn't have that over here. It's on the shelf behind me. But I had Gloss right here. So you take Reikland Flesh Shade, and you put that over the Rakarth Flesh, and then it takes on kind of a pale, tannish, reddish kind of tone and stuff. And then you just do some highlights over that and stuff. And then, yeah, it looks pretty decent. I've done that on other models. I just had this one handy, so yeah. And since we were working on Deathwing Knights, I figured you guys would want to see what a Deathwing Knight was going to look like once it's painted. So yeah, we'll look about like that. Plus a base, you know, plus like that kind of base with a little bit, you know, this with some rocks on it, basically like a rock, not a lot of rocks, but like 1 or 2 rocks, maybe 3-ish. Some amount of rocks. Gray rocks. God damn it. I knocked the camera over again. Sorry. And then the rocks are going to be... Let's see. Do I have the color right here? Not sure. I have a bunch of paints like right next to me. I'm not sure which ones I have. Right here. Let's see. Do I have? Ah, yep. Here we go. I have. No, this is the. Oh, this is the airbrush color, but I'll basically just use the paintbrush color of this. It's also cold gray. So this is Vallejo Cold Gray. I like to paint. I like to base coat rocks this color, and then what I do is I take some Nuln Oil, which is another wash. This is a black wash. It's mostly black. There's a little bit of brown in Nuln Oil, but it's mostly a black wash. So I'll base coat rocks with the cold gray, not the Game Air, but the Game Color. But I just had the Game Air one right here. This is the airbrush paint, but yeah. Anyways, and then I'll put some Nuln Oil on that, and then I'll take some. I'm sorry, I'm bumping the microphone a lot. And then I'll take some Celestra Gray, and I'll dry brush that over the rocks, so it ends up looking really cool. Now, if any of you guys are watching and you're going, "Oh, Shadow, that's a Citadel paint. How did you get that in a dropper bottle?" I didn't. I did not buy it in a dropper bottle. What I did was I bought the Citadel paint and the regular stupid little pot that I hate that the Citadel paints come in. And then, oh, and I don't have the stuff over here. But then what I did was I bought just a bag of like 50 of these little dropper bottles, right? And I took some Liquitex Flow Improver, and I put I've got this down, right? So I take between 12 and 14 drops of Liquitex Flow Improver, put it in the pot, I shake that all up, mix it all up, and then I dump the paint out into a dropper bottle, and I just transfer the label over onto the dropper bottle, right? Much easier that way. So that way, not only is the paint in a convenient little dropper bottle, because these things suck balls. I don't know why Games Workshop does this. Please stop it, Games Workshop. But then my paint is already pre-thinned, so I don't have to thin down the paint every time I want to put it on a palette or something like that. Oh, and speaking of palettes, if you guys were wondering what I use these things right here. This is a page from what's called the Palette Pad, also from Citadel. Yeah, I use a lot of Citadel products, I guess. They're good. They just come in stupid formats sometimes. But yeah, so then I just put a little, drop of paint on this, and it's ready to go. I don't have to thin it or anything, because I've already thinned it to the consistency that I like in the dropper bottle. It's good to go. So, yeah. Saves a shitload of time while painting, let me tell you. If you paint miniatures or anything, totally do that. And the washes, you totally don't have to thin. It's a wash. It's like, I'll show you. I'm not going to spill this all over the place, but it's basically already just, a liquid in here. You don't have to do anything with it. I like to use these washes right out of the pot, but I've also got some Army Painter washes. You also don't have to thin those, but what I like to do with those is I take my Ancient Chinese water bottle lid. That's a ripoff from Kenny Boucher from Next Level Painting. I just put those in my Ancient Chinese water bottle lid, and then I just like dropper bottle them into my thing right there. So if I'm using an Army Painter wash, I'll do that or something. I really want to paint on the stream, and I can't figure out how to do it. God damn. But that's like what I spend most of my time doing, is painting and not assembling things. So, anyways, okay, I see that it's almost 11 o'clock, so we've definitely gone way over the time for the stream today. So I'm going to end the stream here. And I don't know, maybe we'll do some more hobby stuff on Saturday, since we're not doing Elite Dangerous for a while. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. Probably a video game, but, something like that. So anyways, that's going to be it for me, guys. The normal stream times are Wednesdays and Thursdays at 9 a.m. and also Saturdays at midnight. So, cool. That's it for me. I'm so glad you guys could join me for this. This was totally awesome. I really enjoyed doing some hobby stuff on the live stream. That was badass. So yeah, I would love to do more stuff like this in the future. If you guys like this, totally let me know. Conversely, if you didn't like this, let me know. So yeah, awesome. I will totally see you guys on Saturday and stuff. Yeah, later everybody.